Hello, Aquarius, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your monthly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind, energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone, so take what fits, but please leave the rest out. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel Archangel Michael trying to tell the collective here to throw that out in the trash. Okay, no more abandonment, no more sense of lack. You guys are where you're at and where you're supposed to be. And the reason I'm kind of bringing this up as well is because in your meditation, I saw a shadow of a figure and 3 butterflies circling around, and they were white. And I feel like this is change and guidance through chaotic times. There's peace being given to you from the divine protection. Okay, so something is happening here. Behind the scenes, we have movement with mystery. Yeah, same thing here. There are things that you can't see happening. It looks like the divine is orchestrating a plan here for you and your path forward. So even though it may feel messy or chaotic at this time, or just feel like you don't understand what's going on, maybe you're choosing to just discard everything and move on. Spirit's kind of asking you here to hang in there at this moment. Nothing has gone wrong. Oh yes, keep the door open. Okay, guys, so don't be focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. So maybe a lot of you are just done with love, or in a sense this situation, because you've been through so much. Spirit's asking you to take a pause. Don't give up quite yet. Not before the end goal. Okay, this is definitely divinely guided. Overall energy, we have Empress. There you are. This is about abundance, freedom, choosing self-love. But this is also about a new beginning, embracing your authentic self, and being able to see things in a different way when they're presented to you. So this is about using the tools that you've learned. If you have gone through a dark night of the soul or a growth period especially. Let's see your energy, what's going on. 2 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Wow. You know, you guys are really special to the divine at this time. Always, but specifically right now, this period with the moon phases and everything, if you are in a twin flame or a soulmate situation too, this is the time where you are challenged with your beliefs, with what you've learned. And you are starting to plan for the future by looking at things very clearly now. You're not giving into illusion or fantasy. You're looking at things directly and going, no, I'm not going to give into that stress or that fear of what happened or what could have been. Now I'm focused on just reality in the now. So you guys are passing the tests spiritually, especially those on a twin flame journey. But you're seeing things especially very clearly. The old tugs from this person do not hurt anymore, or don't have that same kind of weight that it did in the past, right? It would sometimes bring in longing or fear. And also I want to address this. I know for those of you in a twin flame situation, a lot of people get stuck in the longing phase because they don't realize those feelings come in first person. And so they think it's just theirs, and then they dwell in the sadness and wishing and hoping that there was more, but actually it's that person sending it to you. So just acknowledge that if you are having those feelings, just discern it first. Discern whether that is your feeling, am I feeling this right now, or is this someone else's feelings coming towards me? And once we name it, we can release it. Okay, it doesn't have a hold over you any longer. So King of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords for their energy. Yes, this person is in a discernment phase as well, but they're actually seeing it in a different way. They're acknowledging their past failures and not wanting to hold back any longer, not wanting to suppress a lot of things that they desire. It looks like the person you're dealing with might have been in a situation where they're trying to placate people, or they have to suppress their own happiness so that others are happy. And there are rules or regulations on them, such as religious or cultural values, and they feel like they don't want to hurt people or have people look down upon them if they chose differently. But now they're moving out of that energy, 6 of Swords. They're making their own rules, their own traditions. What they see fit for their life, they're finally stepping into that power and choosing that. So there is a huge movement here. They see you shining in the Nine of Pentacles. You are very successful on your own, and they're quite shocked that you are okay without them. They always thought there would be this bond, this link between you two, and that you would never just leave them, even if energetically. But they're seeing that you're moving on, and it's starting to scare them. Eight of Wands, but they also do realize in the King of Swords that it was their own doing, that there's nothing for you to do but move on because they haven't spoken the truth. Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there is energy gaining momentum. Their thoughts, their feelings are starting to surface so intensely for you, and they don't know what to do with it, to decide which action to take or what to do with these feelings. They're also trying to figure this out. King of Swords. It's like suddenly they're at this point where they see this is an unusual situation. They haven't been able to let go. And more time that passes, they feel more intensely for you. So let's see what's happened in the past. Ten of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, Lovers, Sun card. So they avoided making a decision. It looks like they put a lot of pressure on you. This could be performance punishment, making you feel like everything is on your shoulders, or that you can handle waiting for them to call or be with you in a way that they didn't really talk to you about it, or try to show care towards your feelings. Lover, Sun. Yeah. You hit them with this intense emotions when they first met you. Even though they were shocked inside, they may not have expressed it. Seven of Swords, they were hiding it. The fact that they had a lot of things going on in their life. This could also be third party. Whatever is in this Ten of Wands, they felt like, what, why now? I don't know if I trust this feeling. I've never felt this way before. What do I do with this? This left you feeling devastated at times and very disappointed in their actions because they weren't expressing how they feel. They were being very closed off or just avoiding difficult conversations in the Seven of Swords. And they also didn't tell you about what their intentions were for the future. So let's see Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, Emperor, Queen of Cups. A lot of them felt like both of you were in the same situation, just in a different way. Or there was some mirroring going on in what they were viewing both of your lives as. But with the Queen of Cups, Emperor, it's like, I know this person. This person is stirring up something within me that feels familiar. So it's like they've known you for lifetimes. They really feel like, I have to get to the bottom of this, but I don't want to talk to them about it. So even if you have said, I just feel like this intense feeling towards you, or I feel like you're my twin flame, or you're my soulmate, whatever this is, or a spiritual bond, it's like they would avoid. They wouldn't even really answer. They would just kind of act like, oh, okay, that's cool. There's just this shrugging off that they would constantly do and be evasive. Especially with the Emperor, could be very cold, in control of their feelings, connected to the Queen of Cups. But they know in their heart of hearts that they feel deeply for you. Two of Cups, Six of Wands, Justice. They wanted this more than anything, but there were circumstances involved in their situation, and yours possibly, that stopped them from thinking that I can have this. So they always were dealing with doubt and fear about the future, not wanting to address the issues going on here, and just feeling like everything's going to work its way out eventually. Six of Wands, Justice, things will turn in my favor and it just fall in my lap, without wanting to really focus on this and make it a decision and take action. So let's see the challenge. Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, they could have been protecting their finances or their home life. Some of you are dealing with a third party. It doesn't have to be. This is just showing that this person has so much passion towards you in the King of Wands, but their passion and focus was directed elsewhere. They weren't expressing this to you, even though they were bottling it up. And they were trying to bury themselves into work or responsibilities because they felt like that's what was expected of them. That's what I need to do. So it felt weird to you because, and very painful in the Five of Cups. Why are they not coming to me? Why are they not trying to mold their life with mine? And it's because they didn't feel they could. They just felt like there was so much pressure from the outside world or their environments that made them feel they had to be in a certain role in their life. See this Hanged Man. Five of Wands, Judgments. Yeah, it's like inside. Okay, they knew that fate brought you together, that you are the one that they want. They belong with you. But they thought that was very unfair because they also felt like, no, but that's wrong because of their environment or society or however. Maybe this was a secret connection, or people may look at it as taboo if they chose to be with you, depending on your situation. That's what was stirring up this fear within them, not wanting to jump, take this risk to be with you and just change their life completely. Let's see this King of Wands. Hermit, yeah. And with the struggle of making this decision because of this internal conflict and outside circumstances, they felt the need to withdraw. They detached quite a bit, trying to figure things out, or is there a different way forward? Can I have both? But they just felt like no option was a good option. Okay, let's see the outcome. Let's see where this is headed. We have the Moon. Five of Swords, Death card, Chariots. A barrier has been removed and the divine has had a plan in place and now it's finally moving forward. So we're going to find out exactly what happens here if this person comes forward, what they say, what they do, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop, thank you so much for joining me. Many blessings to you guys. Please take care of yourself and I'll see you next time.